Welcome back to the garage. This is... Wow. Chicks did not like that. Okay, let's try that again. Welcome back to the garage. This is Rusty Russ Repairs, and in today's video, I'm going to be taking the old GameCube that I just fixed, put new capacitors in it, and now it's working, and actually give it an upgrade, put a new shell on it, and mod it with a Pico boot. So I've not done one of these mods before. It's going to be my first time ever. I have been doing a lot of research and watching a lot of YouTube videos on what to do, and going onto the GitHub page and actually reading the instructions. So we're gonna figure it out together. Let's go ahead and just crack this GameCube open. And I'm not going to show you a step-by-step process. I'm just going to run through this and get it done myself. If you read and watch other tutorials, it's pretty self-explanatory everywhere. Here we go. So I've watched, excuse me. So I've watched quite a few hours of people modding GameCubes, and taking the best out of all those videos, and I'm gonna try to apply the knowledge that I've learned here. The actual software side of this kind of still confuses me, but I think I got it dialed in. I already went ahead and downloaded the Pico boot firmware and installed it onto this. It's when you plug it in, you have to hold down the button, drag and drop a file, place it in there, and it ejects automatically, so all that went good. I went ahead and downloaded Swiss. That took me a little bit longer because it's a .7 folder, and a computer I have didn't have a .7 extractor, so I had to download that, figure out all of that stuff. It wasn't hard, but you know, first time doing it, I didn't know what I was reading. So I got Swiss, I got the files extracted, I found the one that you're supposed to rename to the IPL.dol, moved it over to an SD card. I bought the kit from AliExpress. It's got the GC to SD memory card adapter. Comes with some thermal pads, so the wire, pretty much everything that you need to do this mod. Wasn't very expensive either, so that's nice. So this GameCube that I'm working on is the, I'll double check, I'm pretty sure it's the 101 style motherboard. I'll check right now. Yeah, DOL 101 USA, which means it doesn't have that guy. We're good here. So we want to go ahead and remove this heatsink. In order to do that, you're supposed to turn it on and play the game for a while, but I've already taken it apart. So we're going to use hot air. Nothing crazy, 350, probably a little crazy. We form it up. Hold on. Pause. First, we got to get the screws out of the heatsink here. Feel pretty confident about this. Probably foolish confidence, but I'm telling you, I've watched hours of this and I feel like I can do this. But we'll see. Only time will tell. Hopefully this doesn't burn my hand. Actually, you know what? Because this is one of those 101s, I lift this up. Yeah, that's the chip we need to get to right there. And these connections right here. You know what? I don't think we need to take that heatsink off. Let me go to the instruction page one more time. I want to just double check the wiring diagram. Yeah, for a 101. I'll show you what I'm looking at. So we got the P4 connector down here, and that's our reference number. So I'm gonna look at these two ground points we need to connect. For ground, I see where GP5 goes, and I see where 3V3 goes. I was reading up a little bit on this VSys 5 volts. I'm not going to be doing that, mainly because I don't have this diode right here to wire in line. It is recommended so you can get 5 volts instead of the 3.3, but like I said, I don't have one of these diodes, so we're not doing that. We're sticking with a 3V3, and then after that we're going to flip the board over to this chip right here, GP4 and GP6 connectors. And then once we're all done with that, we can see here we got the connectors on the Raspberry Pi, where they're going. And dig this, I wanted to show this off, or show this to you guys. Where is it at? Right here, this note. Prior to PicoBoot V0.4, wiring is slightly different than most videos available online covering the old wiring method. You no longer need to bridge pins GP6 and GP7. If you're making a fresh PicoBoot installation, please follow new wiring diagram. If you're updating from an older firmware, you don't have to change the wiring at all, as the new firmware is backwards compatible. So do you guys see that little note, huh? So we're still gonna have to bridge these 2 points right here on the board, but we no longer have to bridge the GP7 and GP6 connectors anymore. So that's cool. Go ahead and open up our package. Oh, yeah, they give you wire. How about that? And they also give you a little stand right here for the Pico. That's pretty cool. We'll just use a little, oh, and they give you Velcro. Oops. And to give you the Velcro to stick it to. That's very nifty. Anti-static bags, that's always nice. Go ahead and put that in. I already set up this SD card. New thermal pads. I guess we're taking off this heat shield actually. It'd be a good idea to change these thermal pads. I haven't changed them out yet, so let's go ahead and do that. Oh, it's already loose. How about that? Easy does it. Boom. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and get rid of all the old stuff. Gonna go ahead and plan my route. There we go. These are quite long. So we want to use the black, the pink, and the red. Don't have pink, so we might just have to use purple. Oh, there's my dog. So here we are on the scope. Some good tweezers, but these are our solder points right here. We got a ground, these two. We want to put the purple wire here, and we're going to put the red wire here. And we'll flip it over and do the other side. Very small, very minimal amount here. Right there. Right there. And right there. goal is this one. Not like that. Now that is technically connected, but I think I want to add just a touch of solder here. Some of the low melt stuff. Ugh. Just a bit more. That's better. Next up, purple. I think the purple needs just a little long. I'm going to snip it down just a bit. Don't want it to short touch anything else. I might as well do the same for the red. So there's no little piece of trimming that went on the board. I may do this one left-handed. I know it looks a little blue in the video, but it's definitely purple. Doesn't matter as long as you keep them in track. Keep track of them. Pull it back just a bit. That's good. And the red. Well, that's not good. A little too hot. But it's not going anywhere. It's pretty solid. I like it. Take it. Let's clean up. Okay. And we flip the board over. Here we have our other solder point. Oops. So, with the orientation that we have, we need to solder the yellow wire and the existing green wire that we have. Yellow is going to be GP6, which is this second pin right here. And then the green wire that we have left is going to be GP4, the blue. Right there. Okay, so let's just add a touch of solder. Do flux first, a little bit there, and a little bit there. A little bit of solder. Second one in, just a little. Okay, it's good. Third one in, just a little. That's good. Hopefully it's good. Then we're going to take our wires yellow wire. And that's down. I think I'm gonna call that good. Ain't pretty, that's for sure. And GP4 is the third pin. Come on, get a good angle. How's that? Let's take a closer look. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Is that touching the via? It might be. Definitely gonna redo those. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Trim that down. Try that again. I'm cooking the chip. All right, look at that. That ain't too bad, huh? That ain't too bad. I'm good with that. Okay, so far we've got all of the leads that go on the board soldered down in their correct spots. Hopefully not bridging anything else or touching anything else. I feel pretty confident. All right, so let's go ahead and switch back over to the top view. This is what it looks like. We got our dangly little wires over there. All of our solder points done right there. And our heat shrink. So next is we solder on the Pico boot stuff. But before I do that, I kind of want to assemble the GameCube so I can figure out the placement of where I want this. I'm pretty sure it's going to go right next to the fan, but I want to get this all back together. So let's go ahead and put some new thermal pads down. One, two. Go. Orientate this with the two little rams on this side. I'm just gonna place it right over. Just eyeball it. We need to transfer over all the guts to our new shell. So I can't really do anything with this yet. Put that off to the side. Go ahead and open up our Retro is Cool Crystal Limited Edition Nintendo GameCube shell replacement. I'll show you what color it is. Bum, 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 bum. It is clear. It'll match our aftermarket clear GameCube controller. Wow, look at that thing. It's pretty nifty. Got the little feet, got the back plate. Oh, did not know we had to do the flaps. Have these little springs. I will come to that. I will cross that bridge when we come to that. But right now, we need to get the shielding transferred over. Oh, look at that. They give you both backs, depending on which version you have. That's pretty cool. That's pretty nice. Okay. So we have 2 screws here, pulling this in. The metal hardware that we got to transfer over. Anything else? And these are the little flappies I'm assuming we need to change out. But I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the way it looks. I'm gonna go ahead and get the heatsink on now. Snug is good. You don't want to go too tight. You don't want to mush them too tight. These guys. Oh gosh. Oh, look at that. I did it. Kind of just put it back where we found it. 1, 2. Ooh. Maybe it don't look bad. Not getting much of a spring back here. What am I doing wrong? Try that again. Better. Still getting hung up. I think it's just this edge piece. Ooh, that's probably a bad idea. And it works a little better. Definitely not as snappy as this. Not too happy with that part. Let's try the other one. Put the spring down. Push it in. Oh yeah, that was way better. What was the deal with this guy? Whatever. Good enough for me. Where was I? Yes, the Pico. First, let's screw everything down. You guys got your gap. Everybody's sitting happy. Shouldn't snug those down until I get them all put in. This is for the fan. This is just the connector. Sure am taking a risk by putting it all back together before I test it. But I feel confident in the instructions and the tutorials that I've seen. Guess we'll do the fan next. Does this? Yes, it does. Look at that. The little holder for the Pico goes right over that screw hole. Come on, that's beautiful. No question about it now. All that to that. Hook that up. We turn our eyes back to the Pico. Wonder if I can get a better angle. Alright, so our 3v3 here is labeled actually. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, it's even labeled on the thing. That is nice. Take a red. Give it a ballpark length here. I see it right about there. There it goes. Wake up, soldering iron. No sleeping today. And so our 3 slides in like that. Just hook it over. And we're just gonna add tiniest bit of flux. You know what? Let me switch over to the microscope so everybody can see kind of what I'm doing. Yeah. Right there. Hot, 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 hot. feel better about that. I feel okay about that. Next up, GP4. GP4 was the blue, but in our case it's purple. Do that. Trim it, strip it. More solder and dab. Alright, back over to the top view. You can see my little mess here. Let's get a little bit more organized. And I think we just put that in there. Just like that. Should be fine. Oh boy, it's almost time to test. And as far as this goes, 2 screws? Oh. Yeah, 2 screws. Dig it. Plug her in. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Focus. 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 Oh, focused. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. I'm getting no signal over here. Oh no. I'm gonna shut power off. Hope I didn't mess it up. Let's try it again. This is not good. I broke it. I broke it. It's doomed. Oh no. Wondering if it's the HDMI converter. So, the only TV that has the yellow, white, and red connectors that I have is in my kids' room. I'm gonna unplug this and go test this off screen. I'll let you guys know what I find, okay? I'll be back. It's bad news. Still not working. I gotta take it apart. Let's see where I messed up. Alright, well, let's confirm exactly what wires I have where. So GP5 is purple and I have 5 is green. Oh my gosh, I just messed it all up. Oh no. Oh no, I hope I could fix this. Oh goodness, Russell, you're an idiot. Such an idiot. Okay. So then where do I have green? I have to have green as blue, which is GP4. And blue I have on 5. 5 is green. So did I just switch 5 and 4 around? 5. Yeah, I think I got my 5 and 4 switched around. So with any luck, all I have to do is swap the green, swap the purple on this Pico, and we'll be good to go. Easier said than done. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to swap these around, 4 and 5. I'm gonna want to probably wick away the solder that I have there, which is gonna help get the wires out. Let's see, what did I do with the China flux? Get up the old microscopy. This whole time it wasn't recording. Why don't you guys tell me something? I'm just kidding. My fault. I'm learning. I'm an idiot. How's that look? Terrible? I agree. But they should be. Oh god, that looks horrible. Yep, redoing the green. That green is unacceptable. Do a little snip, get some not melted insulation right there, which is why leaving a little bit of extra length on the wires is so nice. Okay, let's try that again. There we go, number 4. Why aren't you going in, buddy? Dear. There it is. Okay. Hold that. Let's see what that one does. If this works, I will clean up all that soldering mess. But just for testing purposes, let's just see if she turns on. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Next up, I think we're just good to plug it in now. Go. Power. Okay, here we go. Blue screen and power. Oh my gosh. Okay, turn it off. Forgot to put in the GameCube memory card. Plug in the controller. Now let's try that one more time. Trying to USB B. No DOL found. Halting. Well, that's not good. Did I not do the SD card right? Try a different memory card slot. Slot 1. Here we go. No DOL found. Gecko boot. Trying USB slot B, slot A, M.2. So we're making progress, but I think the SD card reader is not correct. Okay. So I'm gonna format the SD card, install Swiss again, and try that again. All right. So I'll go ahead and shut this off. But good news, I think the Pico's working now. I might be able to button this back up. All right, folks, so I'm back. I have reformatted and installed Swiss onto this micro SD card. I'm gonna go ahead and start it up here. And you're gonna see what I see. Blah, 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 blah. After fiddling around with it, I read some forums and did all this and that, and it turns out it's gonna be the SD card that's the issue. Like I said, this is a cheap China one that I bought. So what I'm doing right now is going ahead. I have another SD card. This one is like a weird one. It's supposed to be 1 terabyte, but it comes out to be 1024 gigabytes, which is technically over a terabyte. But I think that this is what the issue is, because in that post forum that I read, they had that black and white text screen, and they said all this stuff, and at the very, 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 very bottom they said it was the SD card. So I have one cooking right now, getting everything installed. We're gonna put it in, we're gonna test, and we're gonna see if this thing comes to life. This is only a 64 gigabyte, but it's got the micro SD XC symbol. So does that one. I don't know, but let's just see what happens here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We'll go to the thing. Let's go! Let's go! It was the SD card the whole time. Configure your device, SD card slot B, save and exit. I don't know what any of that stuff is. Save and exit, configure saved, and there we go. Games, Dragon Ball Z Budokai. Let's see if it works. Oh, wait. Dragon Ball Z, here we go. Boot it up. No way this is gonna work. No way this is gonna work. No memory card found. Need one file, 2 blocks free. Okay, I don't care about that. Continue without saving. Get out of here. We did it, y'all. We did it. So it wasn't my AV to HDMI converter. It turns out to be the actual SD card. So you get what you pay for. I mean, everybody knows that. Double this, turn this down. Let's see. Everybody knows you get what you pay for. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy a couple more SD cards. 64 gigabytes probably. It doesn't, I don't know how many games that can hold, but it seems to me this is gonna be okay. Get out of here. It's been so long since I've played this game. Yo. Okay, I still have my finger holding down on this eject button. I'm gonna see what happens if I let it go. Nothing. Nothing. Are we playing? I think we're playing. Yo. Oh yeah, okay. Go beat up on my son. Okay, so I still need to actually button this all back up. I'm gonna test this out for a little bit just because I haven't played in so long and I want to. Well, I suck at this. That's enough of that. Let's go ahead and shut it off and we will start reassembling here. Shouldn't have had that there. Watching a little bit of the old Swindon electronic repairs. Live streaming right now. Okay, let's get it all put back together here. I just like that. Very carefully. Stand up for this. Try to square this up. That looks pretty good. It's in. It's down. There we go. One GameCube. New shell. Pico boot. This one was definitely a challenging one. I'm gonna actually give this back to my little bigger brother. And I think he's gonna be pretty excited about that. Really appreciate you guys tuning in and watching this GameCube mod experience with me. It's definitely been a roller coaster of a ride. And appreciate you guys watching. I'll be sure to upload something else next. Thanks.